If you bought a smartwatch in the last 3 years, there is a feature glowing on your wrist right now that is quietly destroying the device you paid for. Manufacturers called it a premium upgrade. They ran television ads showing it off. They charged you extra for it. That is a lie. The engineers and battery technicians who actually build these systems call it something completely different. They call it the always-on drain loophole. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, why smartwatch owners are disabling it the moment they unbox a new device, and what it is actually costing you. Here is what always-on display actually does at the hardware level. Every second the screen glows, the display panel pulls continuous power from your battery cells. Not a spike, not a burst, a slow, unrelenting drain that never rests and never gives your battery a moment of idle recovery. Lithium-ion batteries are not infinite. Every device ships with a fixed number of full charge cycles before permanent capacity loss begins. Apple's own technical documentation places that number at approximately 500 full cycles before your battery holds measurably less charge than the day you unboxed it. Always-on display does not simply drain your battery faster each day. It forces additional partial cycles. Your device was never engineered to absorb at that rate, compounding invisibly against a lifespan clock that started ticking the moment you paid. Run the math. Always-on increases daily screen-on time by an average of 3 to 4 hours across typical wear patterns. That translates to roughly 1 extra partial charge cycle every 2 days. Over 12 months, you are adding more than 150 unplanned cycles to a battery built to survive 500. You are not getting 3 to 4 years of healthy battery life. You are getting 18 months before your device struggles to survive a full day. When your battery degrades past 80% capacity, Apple and Google both classify that outcome as acceptable wear. No free replacement, a service fee, or a polite suggestion to upgrade the device. That is not a flaw in the always-on system. That is the entire point. Faster degradation means faster replacement. A dying battery is a scheduled revenue event, and the manufacturer collects every time. But the battery is just the bait. While that screen stays permanently lit, your watch does not simply display the time. There is no idle state. There is no low power rest. There is no pause in the data collection running underneath. Your optical heart rate sensor fires against your wrist every few seconds. Your accelerometer runs at elevated sample rates around the clock. Your ambient light sensor pings constantly to adjust brightness on a screen that never turns off anyway. Together, running in parallel, they compound into something the manufacturers chose to hide behind the word convenient. They are not just draining your battery, they are feeding something worse. Every major smartwatch manufacturer embeds background telemetry processes that collect aggregated health and movement data on a continuous schedule. This data travels to manufacturer servers during your next sync. It is packaged, anonymized in the loosest legal definition of that word, and in documented cases sold to third-party health data brokers. The downstream consequences are not theoretical. Health app developers have confirmed data sharing agreements with insurance actuarial firms. Drivers across America watched their premiums double overnight when their own vehicles reported breaking habits to data brokers they had never chosen and never consented to. Smartwatch owners are now watching the identical playbook run against resting heart rate patterns, sleep irregularities, sedentary hours, stress responses, fertility cycles, and medication adherence patterns. You are paying $400 for the privilege of continuously submitting a biometric report to a company whose financial interest is your replacement device, not your health. Your watch is not tracking your health. It is harvesting your data. There is an escape, and it takes 11 seconds to execute. Engineers who actually understand battery chemistry call it the dark dial setup. No service appointment, no replacement hardware, no subscription fee. You disable the always-on display, recalibrate your raise-to-wake response, and schedule one daily theater mode window during your lowest activity hours. That is the entire procedure. What you get back is a device that behaves like the product the manufacturer advertised, not the data pipeline they actually shipped. On Apple Watch running watchOS 8 or later, open the Settings app directly on your wrist. Tap Display and Brightness. Find the Always-On display toggle and turn it off. The screen goes dark. The continuous sensor polling stops. Your optical heart rate sensor drops back to its standard on-demand measurement interval instead of firing every few seconds on your wrist. Your accelerometer returns to its normal low-power sampling rate. Your ambient light sensor stops pinging a screen that no longer needs adjusting. 11 seconds. Done. On Wear OS 3 and later, open Settings on the watch face. Tap Display. Find Always On Screen and disable it. Same result. Same 11 seconds. The before and after numbers are not subtle. Independent battery testing across multiple Apple Watch and Galaxy Watch models shows a consistent 40 to 45% improvement in total daily battery life after disabling Always On. A device that barely survived from morning to evening now comfortably clears the following morning with charge remaining. Over 12 months, that single change eliminates more than 150 unplanned partial cycles from your battery's lifespan. You are not just saving your morning charge. You are adding months of healthy capacity back to hardware the manufacturer engineered to expire on their timeline, not yours. The secondary wins compound within 72 hours. Sleep tracking. Accuracy improves measurably once your watch stops managing a lit display and a full sensor array at the same time overnight. Fewer false signals enter the sleep stage algorithm. Deep sleep detection stabilizes. Users who make the switch report consistently more accurate sleep stage classifications and fewer erroneous wake events within the first 3 nights. Your skin temperature sensor on Apple Watch Series 8 and later and on Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 and later delivers more reliable overnight baseline readings when the device is finally allowed to run lean. Open Settings now. Tap Display and Brightness. Find Always On. Turn it off. Raise your wrist once and feel the screen snap on fast and clean, light triggered by intent instead of burning continuously against your skin all day. That response is raised to wake working exactly as engineered. That is your battery recovering. That is your sensor data staying on your wrist instead of syncing to a server you never chose. If you are learning something from this, hit subscribe. I cover the engineering decisions and financial traps hidden inside the devices on your wrist, in your pocket, and across your home every single week. Your smartwatch is not running this playbook alone. The same always-on drain strategy, the same data pipeline design, the same scheduled obsolescence logic is embedded in a device sitting in your kitchen right now. If you want to see how the appliance industry runs the identical trap and how to execute the loophole that beats it, click the video on your screen.